Hello guys, how are you doing? You're fine, you're well? Welcome back to episode 6 of Let's Talk About It, and we are very happy. Thank you for walking this journey with us. We appreciate. We are learning together. We are knowing things. Kenya huku unajua jana, at least leo you know it. And to this episode 6, I have a very spicy topic for the day. But before I introduce the topic to you guys, I will allow me to welcome my co-host to say hi to you so that we may continue.
Thank you. Hi guys, how are you? You're well? Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the love. It's been 2 weeks of grace, of love, and we appreciate. Thank you. You're our family. We appreciate you and we love you. Today we are going to speak quite a heated conversation that people are not ready to speak about it, and when they speak they inakuwa gray badala ikuwe white or black. So welcome.
And so the topic of the day is, should you marry for love or for financial support? That's the topic of the day. Should you marry for love or for financial support? But for me, I'll go for both. That is me.
Is it financial support or for security? Or
Financial.
or
Financial comes with security. It is
your man can have financial support but you're not secure with him.
How?
Feeling secure with somebody is not because of the money that they have, but it is because of who they are and what they show you as a woman. Women will always align to men that show leadership and security, a sense of security. You need a man that ukiwa na yeye, you don't have to be worried. Whether there is money, whether there is no money, you feel secure with them. So I would go to a man that I feel I am secure with. He's financially stable rather than the man that I love.
So you mean you won't follow what your heart wants? You will go where there is money and security.
I keep telling you, and I think I have said it here on one of our episodes. Men love with logic. Men hawatumiangi emotions kasi sisi wanawake. See, we women, we love with emotions, tunaweka emotions zetu, but men it is logical. Look at it in this way. Even kitambo, our forefathers, hauku unafaa kufall in love with somebody. Wanakutafutia kijana, especially in male tradition. What used to happen is that unaona hao vijana ndio maana wasichana walikuwa wanaolewa na watu wazee. I don't know why people are against it right now. Young people being married to older men, walikuwa wanachukuliwa unapelekwa kwa mwanaume mzee. And then the young boys wanatumwa kuenda kuhunt in the forest mbali, so that when they come back they are already established, no major what it takes to be a Meru traditional man, and then they come back. So ulikuwa unaangalia unaona ule ako na ng'ombe ngapi, ako stable aje, anazalisha wasichana peke yake ama ni wanaume peke yake, and then your family takes you, unaenda unapeleka wapi? Kule. What am I getting at the table? Because it says when you give a woman a house, she makes it a home. So yes, there is love. Love will grow. Love will grow every time. And you will hear most of the speakers saying, don't get married to somebody that you're in love with. Get married to somebody who loves you.
But what about my feelings?
Let me tell you one thing, Rehema. Once you feel secure with a man, you feel a sense of security with him. You see this man is responsible, will take care of me, his masculinity is top notch. Automatically you find yourself loving that man. Automatically. But you see, people confuse love and like. You like somebody because he's tall, dark, and handsome. I don't like light skin, man. Tall, dark, and handsome. he has money. You see, if you love I was supposed to karibu niseme aniga. If you love a man because of his money, because he's tall, dark and handsome and everything, if that money vanishes, love goes. That is, you never loved that person, you liked him. But now, when you are there with, no matter what, I feel so secure with this man. There is, sijui ni sneaky link ama ni situationship ama ni nini of mine. I got an accident last year, a very bad accident. And since then, sikuwa nataka kuenda long distances. And nilikuwa nataka kupanda gari nyuma. Hata nikienda, hata kama ni Uber napanda huko nyuma, na naeka earphones na nafunga macho. Kama ni matatu nakaa huko nyuma. I remember that is a time nilipanda Nissan nikakaa karibu mbele hapa na driver. Nilikuwa naenda nikimwambia, "Kanyaga brake. Unaenda haraka. Karibu tugongwe na gari na tugongane." Akaniambia, "Madam, this is not good." I was making him fear and everything. So this somebody, we started talking blah 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 blah. And for me to know that I had already started liking him, it is that I started feeling secure around him. Because after a very long time, ningekaa mbele ya gari akidrive and I wouldn't feel fear or anxiety or anything. And we'll travel long distances. Na ni wale watu wanafinyanga brake akiwa shafika
kwa hiyo kwa bumper ama something.
Na anatumia simu. Mimi Uber utumie simu na una drive, nitakwambia amua ni kuni drive utani drive
ama nishuke utumie simu.
Bas. And I started feeling so secure and I was like, okay. He had shown leadership. And leadership and security, it's not about money. It isn't about money.
Make it clear to me. What is it about? To me and to someone else who will need clarification.
Rehema, pesa utafutwa. Na pesa uisha.
Yes.
Today you have, tomorrow you do not have. So if you want somebody because of they have money, things happen. Look at Job in the Bible. Job had everything. Yani he was a rich man. And then suddenly within just seconds like this, everything he had was lost. Now, if you wanted him because of what he had, because of the money and everything, singeishia hapo. But you see, even if the wife told him atukane huyu Mungu, she was stuck with him. Because I think for her, she saw a man that is resilient, a man that cannot give up, and a man who knows what he wants. That is when you will always see a man with vision. Huyu mwanaume unapiga hesabu unaona this man has a bright future ahead. So let me stick with this person. But that doesn't mean you lower your standards for any man. That doesn't mean that. So me, I'm so much against girls or people, even men, that go for women or men that have money. Na nilisema tena, if a guy ever comes to me, sijui ni TikTok ama ni wapi, and the first thing they start talking about, niko na gari, niko na pesa, najua ofisi yangu, najua nini, from there and then, namuacha. When a man has low self-esteem, even a woman, you will always add extra things to kuziba you have low self-esteem.
Exactly.
A man with masculinity yake iko, you never hear them saying, gari yangu, pesa zangu, sijui unajua kuna deal na ngoja akifanya. No. They know who they are. And for you to feel secure with a man, he has to know who he is. He has to know, I am a man. What is a man supposed to do? A man is supposed to provide. A man is supposed to lead. A man is supposed to be responsible. This will make me feel secure around this man. Yeah.
And do you think this security and something of sort that we ladies look for, in a man makes them feel as if tunajipeana sana kwao?
That is
a man saying, ata nifanye nini? I know she's not going anywhere. I know she will always come back. I know she will always look for me. Ushasikia hivyo?
Yeah. That is a low value man.
Okay.
I have met and I have seen my friends and people that I know getting married to high value men. They don't have such conversations. They don't. You will never hear them having such kind of conversation. For what? They don't even have the time or the luxury.
Oh wow.
That is a man, literally ukikaa chini na mwanaume kama huyo ni mwanaume ako na low esteem issues, low self esteem issues, mwanaume mwenye hajielewi na ako na lot of traumas in his life.
So you want to use you to cover the traumas.
So that he can feel I am a man. For you to feel you are a man, you don't have to be toxic. You don't have a man who is masculine. When he just walks in a room, you'll feel a man.
There is a guy.
There is a guy that.
Oh my goodness.
The aura, even how they carry themselves, you know.
Even the tranquility and the serenity, the
calmness,
changes.
You tafeel enyo kuna mwanaume amefanyaje?
Amekuja. There's this thing that I think also attacks us as women. There's this part of our life that you want a man who has everything, but you have nothing, and you don't want to look for something. Like you're just there. I want a mature man, emotionally mature, a man who can give me financial support, you know, a man who can make me feel secure, you know. But when you're asked, what do you offer? Like, what do you bring for you to receive back what you want? You have nothing.
But I'm the table.
Yeah?
What if you ask me what do I bring on the table? I am the table.
Wait. What are you trying to insinuate?
I
right
hold
now?
the weight. The table holds the weight.
So you should not bring anything. Like,
No, but I am the table. That is more than enough. That means whatever you bring on,
Wow.
I'll be able to hold it.
Wow.
I don't have to be placed on a table. Is that I am the table. So whatever you bring on the way, I am able to hold it. Women are builders in nature. So I am the table. I will hold everything you bring my way.
But they're saying everything should be 50-50. I am giving you security, I am giving you emotional support. So at least bring something else on the table.
A table gives support. Absolutely. Ukiekelea kitu kwa meza, si ni meza imeshikilia. I am the table. I cannot be an item.
Nani amelana hako like sikuwa najua hivyo.
You are the table.
Anyone who asked me from today henceforth what I am bringing on the table, guy, my dear, bra, I am the table.
I am the table.
Meaning the table gives support.
Support. The table gives support. The table gives stability. And it's up to you to move the table from one place to another. So as a man, I have come into your life. How you will take me, ndio your relationship because I am the table you're carrying me. A table doesn't carry itself. It needs to be carried.
Yeah, it needs to be moved from one place to
another.
Yeah. Okay. You said love grows. What if it never grows, like haijai kuwa and it will never be? But there is money, there is security, there is everything.
You're in the wrong relationship. Because every day you find something to fall in love with somebody. Even in friendship. Every day, our friendship, the way it started, it's not the same way it is today.
Right.
And from time to time, you'll always find something to fall in love with, to like, to love, to adore, to respect each and every day. Because you learn a person every day as you walk with them. It's not a one-day thing. And you know, people change, people grow. And as mtu akiendelea ku grow, there is a character of them that you want, that you know, you start falling in love with. Yeah.
If one day you wake up and the love that grew back then for one reason or the other, it just came to an end. Is it advisable to walk away or to stay there, ask God for favor, ask God for support, and pray, waiting for the love to regrow again?
Is it that in a relationship or in marriage?
In everything, relationship and up to marriage.
Okay. When you rekindle the love, nieti as women kuna emotions, kuna time unamkanga unasikia ai hata huyu mtu sitaki kuona, hata hizi simu sisikii. Si eti hausikii, it is an emotion. There is something that has happened. There will always be triggers. There will always be underlying issues that has happened for it to get at that point. So you sit down and ask yourself, how did we reach here? How did we get here? And that is where communication in a relationship, in any relationship, is very important. You sit down and have a communication. You communicate. We used to do A, B, C, D. We no longer do it. What happened? How do we give it back? And when you have tried that, kona hii kitu haiwork between the two of you without involving a third party, then you can involve a third party. Maybe somebody who have stayed in marriage for a very long time, 30 years, and now you're in the 5th year of your marriage or the 10th year of your marriage, you approach them. Because I use everything, correspond everything with the love of God that He has for us, His children. Because I keep asking myself, sometimes we go and ask God for forgiveness and we go back and do the same thing. Look at the children of Israel. Wamefika, wametolewa Egypt. Wamefika pahali wameambia Moses, wameanza kumtetesha, mbona ulitutoa huko? Hata tungekaa huko tukiwa slaves. They would rather be slaves than wapi? Because ni shida badala wakae chini wafikirie. Wameshatoka huko. Now we come to the book of Samuel where they tell God they want a physical king. And yet God has been there with them the whole journey from Exodus to 1 Samuel. And then Samuel is very bitter with God. But no.
Chill.
God says, hawatawapea huyo mtu mwenye anataka, because God gives us the desires of our heart. So they are given a physical king, but with conditions. Your children will become slaves. Watu wenu watashukuliwa, wataenda kufanya ABC. It will no longer be the same again. Same case to us human beings. For somebody to tolerate you, unajua saa zingine hata unachokanga na wewe, unajichoka wewe mwenyewe because of things that you're doing. For example, you're setting something and you not do it, and then you keep beating yourself down and down and down again. This is somebody who have added their energy to you. So, and everybody has a will and has a choice. You have, the both of you have to come to a point of, what wrong are we doing? The foundation. And then now it comes back to the foundation. How did that relationship start? What was the foundation of the relationship? Now you go back to it. And once you go back to the foundation, just as once you go back to Christ, God our Creator, then you find a purpose, and then you find a new way of, how am I going to handle this? The foundation. The foundation.
Wow. Such an intelligent. Wanaume hapa nje mnaona? Kitu ni mali.
We thank God.
The wisdom is there and everything. You guys, ebu piteni. Msiache akae single. I'm even tired of seeing her alone every day. Ebu mcheze kama nyinyi. Mimi, do you think once you've tolerated something to a level of just letting it go is a mistake?
Now it will depend.
Remembering, the Bible tells us that when you get into a marriage, you're there to stay. That was the Bible says. Uvumilie, bivu, bichi, zote.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse. So there is no time that the Bible tells us you just walk away.
And that is why I think the last episode I told you, the Bible says the man, the husband, should love the wife as Christ loves the church. Christ has never been tired of us as his children. And what is the wife being taught? Submit and respect. That is what happens to us human beings. You submit under God's power. You respect him, you honor him. But now, when it comes to something that you have tolerated, nasemanga, if somebody is not hakuchapi, is not physically abusing you, is not emotionally abusing you, it's other things that you can have a talk about it, don't let it go.
But those other things are just becoming worse every day.
Like
mind
what?
you, there is security, there is financial, there is everything, but the other things are just hell.
For example, if there ni money, pesa imeisha, pesa imeanza kuleta shida. Hata ungekuwa hamko na yeye, pesa ingeleta shida bado. So what are you going to do? What are you planning to get out of that financial strain? Because even if you leave, you go, you'll end up dating another married man or a single person who is financially incapable of taking care of you. Remember, you'll have kids. What is the other thing? Communication and everything. Communicate with them. Have a sit down with them and talk with them. Me, I treasure marriages so much because the devil uses families to declutter or to scatter a society and nation. Once families are fought with, the devil has won. Because a family is what makes us community, a community is what makes a society, and a society makes a nation. So if there are no stable families, then we don't have a nation, we don't have a world. So if somebody isn't abusing you mentally, physically, hakuabuse physically, akuabuse mentally, ni communication maybe this. You see, somebody not hurting you mentally, ni kumaanisha they are not disrespecting you. There are boundaries that you have created. The foundation that you had, hamjachukua pillar. If you have a strong pillar, the Bible speaks of the man that builds a house on a ile soil. Funny, nini ikikuja, mvua ikikuja, ina sweep. Na ile yenye imejengwa a strong foundation. If you started the relationship in the right way with a strong foundation, there is, kama hii nyumba yenye tuko, the foundation is very strong, that it is very hard for you to take a brick and the house will fall. It wouldn't. So if the foundation is strong, it will be very hard for some things to happen. Look at people who have been married for many years. Their foundation was strong. They hawajakuwa na smooth marriage or useme their marriage is very perfect or anything. When you speak to them, you will hear how sijui mbona at the 5th year, the 3rd year, it is always messy. But because their foundation was strong, they overcame it. But mtu akikuchapa, go. Akikuabuse mentally, don't stay there.
Okay.
You see, mental instability is the worst that can happen to somebody because itakutana ukwe mtu wa kuabuse watu physically, and then now you lose your self-esteem, you lose yourself and you become something else. You don't have to lose yourself because of marriage. But when it reaches a point that somebody is not abusing you physically, mentally, but imefika point mkona enyewe hii kitu haiwezi make, there is no need for staying there. Go separate way, respectably.
Perfect. That was excellent. I think even when we close it there, we've learned something. We've been told, don't go for love. Love will grow. You go for security, financial, and nimesikia nini?
Go for what? No, wewe utafanya watu wakuja wanini. Love will always grow every day. Hata fall in love na mtu leo, every day you will always find something that you will fall in love with them. But do it somebody that shows you responsibility, that gives you security, that shows leadership, that you feel secure with them. With such kind of a person, love comes automatically. You'll be able You see why women say these days, I cannot submit to a man, or I cannot do this. They have not met a high value man. They have not met a man. They have met boys.
And you keep on repeating that. They are men and boys.
Yes, they are men and boys. I think our next discussion will be men and boys. But he's a man. A 40, 30-year-old person acting, behaving like a man.
Someone
and we meet a 20-year man, acting like a man.
Someone told me about a comment section that we are attacking men sana. And then I told him, time is coming for we ladies. I think after episode 7 when we talk about the men and boys, from there we come now
discuss
to us.
Women and girls.
Yeah. This is something. It's a podcast that is over limit.
Yeah.
We are not even kuangalia side moja. It's all of us.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment, tell us what do you think about that. Will you go for money, for financial support and emotional security, or for both? So until next time, I love you. We all love you.
Bye.